Hi, welcome to Cooking with Rich, a Cooking with Long Ball production. Today I'm going to be making a protein shake that I use as a meal replacement when I go to work. It's called the Scrapper. The Scrapper is named after a famous strength coach for the Texas Rangers, Anthony Scrappy Miller. First, what you want to do is you want to get yourself a blender or a food processor. Mine happens to be a Ninja, which is a pretty good brand. First step is to take about a big handful of ice. So just put both of your hands together and scoop up some ice and put it in the blender. Next thing you're going to want to do is cut up about one banana. You can use two if you want, but I usually use one. After that, you're going to want to take 2 scoops of vanilla protein and put them right into the blender. You're going to want to take 2 scoops of instant coffee and put it into the blender. It's one of my favorite parts of the shake because it gives you a lot of energy as you go throughout the day. Next step calls for creamy peanut butter, 2 spoonfuls, but I like to make them large spoonfuls because it tends to make the shake way more doper. The second to last ingredient is a handful of almonds. It gives the shake a little bit of texture. It also adds more protein. The last ingredient is 2 cups of chocolate milk. Hopefully I can do this without spilling. We have everything in our blender. We want to put the lid on. That's going to save you a lot of time later in case you forget to do that because it will go all over the ceiling. It's better to use smaller chunks of ice if possible so that you don't end up with big chunks later after blending, but if so, you're going to want to start out with the pulse setting. Here we go. And now we're going to blend. You want to kind of blend it to a smooth consistency. You don't want it to be too liquidy, but you also don't want it to have big chunks of ice in it. This recipe makes between 40 and 50 ounces, which is usually enough for about 1 to 1.5 shaker cups. Let's see how I did. It's good. Last thing you want to do is make sure that you always clean up. If you don't do that, your roommates might get mad and call you out on the radio station or something. Thanks for watching the first edition of Cooking with Rich, a sub-series of Cooking with Long Ball, brought to you by Cooking with Long Ball.